to 120, making my, I believe, third video of the day. It is November 14th, 2019. Literally, hold on, let me turn this light on just to give it that extra pop. Okay. Anyways, it is November 14th, 2019, and I was, for about half an hour ago, I was watching the first videos that I posted on YT, and I was just like, part of me is like embarrassed, part of me is like laughing, part of me is like proud for the little progress that I made thus far. Like, like, I don't know even know what to think, but I know that I still have a long way to go. But nonetheless, I've been progressing, I've been working, I've been eating, I've been doing everything I can to stay positive, to stay happy, consistent, and I honestly and genuinely have been enjoying this process. And let me scoot you back just a little bit. But yeah, it's just crazy to think how quickly you can change in 1 year. Like looking at the first video I posted, like the one in this room and the ones before I moved out from my parents' place. From not from my parents' place, from when I lived with my mother. Like, like it's so crazy how quickly we can change as humans, and how physically different we can look, how different we can speak, how different we express ourselves, how different we dress, how different we carry ourselves, how different we wear our hair, how different we change our teeth, like how different our mustache, facial hair changes, like how different like we take care of ourselves, like how fast we can grow, like I was like looking at my shoulders, like I'm definitely not where I want to be in regards to my shoulders, but in arms, but like I'm just so astounded at how quickly and how just how differently we can look within such a short period of time, a year. And I'm getting chills because it's just like it's kind of unbelievable how, like, I just think like what am I going to look like, or what how am I going to be, how am I going to compose myself, what am I going to learn in another year or in 2 years, like how differently am I going to like grow, how differently am I going to change. Like I feel like this whole process on YT and fitness and mobility and training and eating, like I feel like it's definitely having a positive, like it's definitely having a positive effect on me as an individual. I feel like it's making me a much more active, happy, positive person. It's making me realize the amount of potential that we have as individuals. It's making me realize how important your self-love and self-care is, like on a daily basis, not just like oh yeah, I have self-care and I care about myself. No, like this is like a daily thing to love yourself and to care about yourself and to really put in the time to understand who you are. And I feel like recording this and recording these videos and recording my progress and putting myself out there, it's really giving me another view of myself as a person and for the things that I want to do with with this, like apart from just trying to like gain stupid weight, like it's making me think more about what I'm putting out there, like what's gonna be said by me, what's gonna be heard by me, like what I'm expressing when I say things like this, like the things I rant about, the things I truly believe in, like it's just really making me think, like like we're so capable and we're so beautiful and we're so capable of such dramatic changes in positive ways, like it's unbelievable, and it's kind of crazy to think how different we really can change within a few years or within months or within, and not even just physically, like just mentally as people, as like as goal-driven human beings, as unmotivated human beings. Uh, I don't know, bro. Like I'm just grateful to have the opportunity to be able to record this, to be real, to be genuine with my thoughts, to be able to get better every single day, to be able to express myself the way I truly want to be myself, to be not afraid to be myself, to not be ashamed of the things that I'm doing that I feel genuinely make me happy, to share the things that I enjoy, to learn the things that I want. Like, it's crazy because when I made the first video, which I believe was like the 5 months of consistency plus full body update video, like that's my first ever YT video. And like I never really thought about what I was doing when I started recording, and I never thought about the things that I would be learning along with just trying to gain stupid weight. Like I didn't really I thought about the discipline and about the habits, but I didn't really think about how it would affect my lifestyle as a person. About it wouldn't I didn't really think about how it would affect me outside of fitness, like becoming more action driven, becoming more expressive with how I like what I believe in, what I believe in. It didn't really like at the time I didn't really look into it, or I didn't really consider the fact that self-care and self-love was such a big important part. And I feel like that's the main lesson from this year, from sitting there on at the New Year's party on January 31st, no, December 31st to January 1st. Like self-care and self-love really, and these disciplines and these habits and consistency, like I feel like it's had a definite like positive effect on me, and that's something that I wish on everyone, because when we realize like how beautiful we are as different unique individuals, like different things that we're capable of and different things that we want to accomplish, and knowing on the other side that you can do it if you really want to, like I'm just really really proud of myself, of where I've become this far. My journey with fitness is probably going to be like for the rest of my life, so I'm not setting like an end date to it. It's not going to end when I gain 120 pounds. It's not going to end when I learn how to do my split. It's not going to end when I learn how to do the handstand. Like, I feel like I'm learning things a little by little and understanding myself more and more every day. And I feel like that's always something that's going to be happening when you really when you really take the time to get to know yourself, when you take the time to know your body, to take the time to know what you need, whether it be rest, whether it be food, whether it be certain foods that make you feel good physically, like healthy, like whether it be to do things that you enjoy, like listen to music on repeat, or whether it be letting go of things that you know do not serve you, whether it be friends or habits like smoking weed or drinking, or just bad habits you know that you should not continue on doing. I'm just really astounded and really proud of myself, like for the minor changes, because I feel like human beings are always going to be in a state of change, in a state of movement. I feel like our ancestors called it Olin movement. What's the translation? Olin movement. That's in the Nahuatl language. But it wasn't just about being able to move your body. It's about literally human beings and your mind always being in a state of change, always like progressing or even degressing, like, but always in a state of movement, whether it be like physically, like learning how to like do contortion, something like that, because the little statues show it that the ancestors made, or whether it be like actual mental changes that you are either allowing to happen consciously or just not knowing about whether it's happening unconsciously. And I feel like this is something that you can honestly direct and you can focus it on certain parts of your health and your well-being as individuals. And I'm just really proud and happy to where I've come this far, and being, I guess, public with this, like, it's just a beautiful thing, like, and then being able to look back at it, like, just, that's not even, like, a long time ago, it's just a year ago, and it gets me thinking in retrospect, but at the same time, it's making me realize how the most important thing is right now, the decisions that you make on a daily basis, how they truly affect you as people, how all of that is like connected to you and to what you want in life. And I just feel like this is something that we can use like to our advantage, and I just feel like we can go so far as individuals. And there are people who have, like, whether it be, whether you look at it as financial success, as like fitness success, like as, I guess, enlightenment, whether you can look at it spirituality, whatever way you want to look at it, business, art, creativity, poetry, like whatever way you can look at it or think about anything, like we can come so far and we can get, in like 10 years I probably won't even recognize who I was at this point in my life, because I can't imagine what 10 years more of life will teach me. 10 years more worth of lessons, 10 years worth more of mistakes, 10 years more worth of successes, of everything that just gonna like really, that really makes you who you are, like everything that has happened thus far, 23 years of this life that I'm living right now, like it's all made me part of me. All the shit that made me cry, all the shit that made me happy, all the shit that made me confused, all the shit that I understood, all the shit that I got correct, all the shit that I got wrong, all the shit that I said, all the shit that I didn't say, all the shit that I thought, all the shit that I wanted to happen, all the stuff that I want to not happen. Like, I feel like it all makes part of me, and I'm just crazy, like, astounded at how we can change. Like, I, I feel like I will not recognize this person, like, in 10 years, 20 years, let alone 1 year. Like, again, like, I look at the old videos of myself and I sound so differently. Like, I have a different voice. Like I had an idea of where I wanted to go, but when it actually comes down to like when it happens, like I don't know. I'm just curious, and I'm grateful that I get to live, and and just want to say that like we can change a lot, and it can be for the good or it can be for the bad. And I feel like it's up to us to decide whether we want to do it consciously or unconsciously. And that's even one way to look at it. And if you let yourself change unconsciously, like, it can be a bad thing. If you want to change to a positive, more beneficial way for yourself and direct that energy to something more consciously, like, I feel like you can do that. And I feel like just actually sitting down, being present with myself and talking about the things that I believe in and the things that are on my mind, like, I feel like we could go so far. And I'm just really curious to where I'm going to be in like a few years, but at the same time, I don't want to rush anything, because I am taking every lesson as it is, every person that I meet as it is a lesson, everything that, every job that I work, everything that I fuck up, everything that I do correctly, or everything that I'm proud of, everything that I'm not proud of. Like, these are all things that happen, and they truly make me who I am. And without any of these experiences, we would just be like boring ass, plain ass people with nothing. And I don't know why that SpongeBob episode came to mind, where he became like a square, I guess. But I don't know. I just believe we could go so far, and when we direct that to what we want, like, we could really do it for the better, and not even just for us, but for the people we love, for people who need that same energy, like, and same mentality, or who need some positivity in their life if they don't have it at home or in person. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I said, looking back at these videos, I kind of want to laugh. I kind of want to, like, not erase them. I would never erase them, because I feel like that's part of me, and it's important to have that there for myself. And just so we can really understand how quickly we can change as individuals, and the things that we really are capable of. And like back then, here's another thing. I would not I would not have been comfortable sitting in front of the camera speaking to it for 17 minutes. Like, who would have thought? Like, but this is me. Like, I'm being genuine when I say these things, and when I'm talking. Like, I don't have anything. Like, I don't have anything written down. Like, I'm literally just chilling. Like, I'm literally just talking. Like, this is something that came up in my head when I was watching those videos. And I'm grateful for every lesson, grateful for every person I've met, grateful for every person that taught me something, everything that taught me anything. And today I met someone, one of my Uber drivers, who took me to work today. For some reason, one of the first things that he mentioned when I got in the car was like, it wasn't even like a minute that I was in the car, and he mentioned about how quickly time passes, and how it all happens in the blink of an eye. And I'm thinking, like, this old man in his head probably feels like he was like 23 like yesterday. And I'm just like, whoa, like, that's fucking trippy, because that's just really trippy, because as someone who's 23, him feeling like he was 23 yesterday,